right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. So, I want to talk about Jaylen Brown, man. You know what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown, the shooting guard for the no, he's the three now for the Boston Celtics, you know what I'm saying? And Jaylen Brown is he's having a very good finals. You know what I'm saying? He's not denying it. He's honest, I'm gonna keep it real. He's honestly the best player for the Boston Celtics right now. At least statistically, he is the best player. But I have a question. Is Jaylen Brown being overhyped? Now, the reason why I ask this question is because people are taking a massive dump all over Jason Tatum, which is, necessary. Jason Tatum hasn't played the best in these finals. He's taken up a lot of stupid threes. Tatum is trying to play out this Kobe role. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why, where he's taking bad shot after bad shot and all this other stuff. But Jason Tatum, hasn't played the best throughout this whole finals. I'll give you that. And should he be the finals MVP? Me personally, no. I think the finals MVP should be Jaylen Brown. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. But people are saying Jaylen, and you know what? I'll even say this. Jaylen Brown is probably the best player on the Boston Celtics. If he went, he probably is the best player on the Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying? He's playing he's hitting clutch shot. He's driving to the cup. He's horrible at free throw shooting, but he gets a lot of foul calls. And, he makes a lot of clutch plays for the Celtics. I'll give you that. And he'd be posterizing dudes in the paint, too. He posterized Kyrie and I think PJ Washington or Gafford. He posterized Derek Lively multiple times. Like, he'd be doing his thing. But is Jaylen Brown overhyped? And the reason why I ask that is because there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, Jason Tatum's not he's not going to be good. He wouldn't be good if he was on the Celtics team. The Celtics team has a super team." Which, fair game. Fair game. We haven't seen Jason Tatum outside without having Brown and having a good system, having good role players around him. I'll give you that. Jason Tatum, we never seen Jason Tatum play without Jaylen Brown, without good system players around him, without good coaching. But you can say the same thing about Jaylen Brown, too. I'm not sure. If you were to put Jaylen Brown on a different team, are we sure he balls out? Are we sure about that? I mean, I know Jaylen Brown played 1 year without Tatum because Jaylen Brown was drafted a year before Tatum. But let's be for real. That was Isaiah Thomas's team. He was the leader. He was the one carrying that team. Ain't nobody was thinking about no Jaylen Brown. I'm not saying he was bad that 1 year with Isaiah Thomas, but let's be for real. Jaylen Brown didn't start peaking until year 2, ironically, when Jason Tatum got there. So all I'm trying to say is this. Yeah, I can sit here and say, yeah, you can take a dump all over Tatum. Tatum's not playing well, or at least he didn't play well game 1 and 2. You can sit here and say Jaylen Brown's better than Jason Tatum, which you can have the argument for that. But let's chill on the Jaylen Brown hype. Because I firmly believe this dude was on another team, if you put Jaylen Brown on the Utah Jazz, are they going to the playoffs? Are they making the play-in tournament? These are questions that need to be asked. I just think that Jaylen Brown's getting way too much overhype. And you know what? He is the best player on the Boston Celtics, but I don't think if you put Jason Tatum on the Utah Jazz, are we sure they go to the playoffs or play-in? I think it goes with the same thing with Jaylen Brown. I don't think Jaylen Brown is, deserving. Well, he deserves hype, but I think he's getting a little bit too much overhype with, people hating on Tatum and people just want to take a dump all over Tatum. It's just, listen, I get it. Tatum's corny. I get Tatum. He goes way too overboard with the Kobe stuff, but let's not overhype Jaylen Brown because Jaylen Brown might be just of a role player, if not more than Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I'm trying to say with Jaylen Brown. I don't think Jaylen Brown, because I'm not trying to take a dump on Jaylen Brown. I'm not trying to say he's not special. I'm not trying to sit here and say that he's not good. He's been a huge contributing factor to the Celtics for the last 7-8 years since Isaiah Thomas has been there. But I don't think he's. I'm not trying to say. I'm trying to think of the words that I'm trying to think of. Does Jaylen Brown impact the team if he's just by himself? Let me put it to you like this. Let's just take Jason Tatum. Let's just take Jason Tatum out of the equation. Does Jaylen Brown impact? Can Jaylen Brown will this team to the second round if Jason Tatum's not there? With Porzingis, who's injured. With Derek White, who's a glorified role player. With Jrue Holiday in them. I don't think so. And you could say the same thing about Jason Tatum. Do you think Jason Tatum could go to the second round without Jaylen Brown and stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's like the smoke that we give to Tatum, I don't understand why that smoke's not being for Jaylen Brown. Maybe it's because he doesn't get his credit as much. Maybe he gets more of the blame than Jason Tatum, which I understand. I get it. I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason Tatum, not Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown does not get enough credit that he deserves. But let's chill out, y'all. Let's chill out, bro. This is like Jaylen Brown takes a lot of dumb shots himself. He can't dribble with his left hand. He turns the ball over with that left hand, bro. I'm sorry. I like the flaws with Jason Tatum. Jaylen Brown has just as many flaws. He has just as many flaws. Maybe not more, but just as many. He takes dumb shots too. He can't hit a free throw. Like, you know how many times this guy's been to the free throw line and he can't hit a free throw? And once again, for all the Jaylen Brown fanboys or whoever, Celtics fans, whatever, this is not me taking a dump on Jaylen Brown. All I'm trying to say is let's chill out with the overhyping him. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm trying to say. But, it is what it is, man. That's my thoughts. What are yours? What's your thoughts on Jaylen Brown? Do you think he's being in Boston fans or Jaylen Brown's fans? Be unbiased. Just hear me out. Do you guys really think he can lead it? If, say, like you put him on the Utah Jazz or some bum team, do you guys think he can get them to a play-in or get them to the second round or something like that? Or do you think he needs just as much as the Boston Celtics as Jason Tatum? But that's my thoughts. What are yours? RJ out.